sounds, smell, and flavor of the Big Easy are headed to a restaurant near you. The Bright Star in Bessemer's importing culinary talent from Louisiana this weekend to bring a taste of New Orleans to their patrons. I spoke with Chef Tori McPhail from the Commander's Palace in New Orleans and Chef Austin Davis from the Bright Star about it earlier today. Chef Austin and Chef Tori, thanks so much for taking the time to come and chat with us today. Chef Austin, let's start off with you. Tell us a little bit about the Bright Star.
Well, my knowledge on a lot of things about the Bright Star in Bessemer, it's 106 years, family owned and operated.
Wow.
I mean, traditional, for sports, etc., fresh seafood, steaks. I mean, just different generations have came in and did an excellent job in keeping that business going.
And one of the things that some of our viewers may know about the Bright Star is that it's had some pretty important clientele whenever it comes to Alabama football.
I agree, right? and for us, here we go again in the sports, and here we is in Tuscaloosa. You know, we look at a lot of tradition. I mean,
right.
Like today, you're looking at Nick Saban, but it goes all the way back to Bear Bryant. And like I was saying, we even got a special booth where he ate dinner, and we sort of keep it for VIP guests that's into the Roll Tide family, and that's where they had dinner at.
The Bear Bryant booth.
That's what I want.
And he would bring his VIPs up there and treat them to dinner at the Bright Star.
That's right. And it still goes on today. We got a Bear Bryant little situation. They got it set up real nice.
Close the curtains and everything.
There you go.
Wow.
A little privacy to talk some football strategy.
Exactly.
And we're looking at some video right now.
Yes,
There was a guy playing the trumpet there, and it sounded a little bit bluesy, and that's where you come in, right? A little jazzy, a little bluesy.
Exactly.
Little
Right.
New Orleans.
So every year, I guess over the last 24 years, it's an annual thing where we come up every summer and we put on what's called the Taste of New Orleans. And it's Austin and I and Jimmy and Nikki Koikis and the rest of the gang. And we just get together. We cook every Thursday, Friday, Saturday in the middle of the summer. We fly up all this great Gulf seafood and all the stuff we would typically have at Commander's Palace, and we just put on a show and enjoy it. It's become quite an annual tradition.
Now, if the folks at home are interested in coming up there and getting a taste of New Orleans this week, what would the chefs recommend? What's really jumping out at you on the menu? I know you're going to say, oh, it's all great, you can't go wrong. But if you had to eat one of them, and that's the only thing you could eat for the next year, what would it be?
Well, I think on my end, everybody's raving about the turtle soup. Oh. Right? And we sell more turtle than anybody else in the United States. I think we go through about 5,000 or 6,000 pounds of turtle just to make that soup. So it takes us 3 days to make, and it really is one of our signature dishes at Commander's. We also have fresh popped Louisiana oysters, wild shrimp right out of the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf grouper pecan. We do that with South Georgia corn, spicy pecans across the top, and champagne poached crab meat. I mean, it's awesome, right? And everybody loves quail. And so we stuff ours with southern cornbread, house-made bacon, Vidalia onions. And it's just a good dish, warm sugarcane syrup, a little sweet, spicy, a little sour. That's the one.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, and as a regular.
Right, historic.
There you go.
Right. The building, the atmosphere.
There you go. What's jumping out at you on the menu for
We got a dish that I enjoy. It's a trio. We call it a Texas special. And that way you can get a shot of our creamy lobster and crab meat au gratin that Chef Carl takes care of. Also the Gulf red snapper he's taking. We give you a serving of Greek-style beef tenderloin, which we won best steak in Alabama. So it's a lot of people who's working together in that restaurant to keep us successful. But I would suggest that Texas special. You get a trio of everybody. Greek snapper, the beef tenderloin. But the menu goes on and on, Of course, our trout omadine. And we on the map, as usual, with our snapper throats. And that's been a big topic, even with the guys coming up from New Orleans back in the day. What is snapper throats? But we set them down and treat them to snapper throats, and we go with that. So them snapper throats are a huge hit, since we've been working with fresh seafood.
So it sounds like you guys have got it covered across the board. You got your poultry there, you got your seafood, you got your beef as well.
And it's just fun. It's a great excuse to get together, listen to some really good New Orleans jazz, have awesome food, have great cocktails, and get together and enjoy each other's company.
Cocktails. All right, now I'm
Plays a big role.
If I head up there this weekend, what kind of little drinky poo do I want to order?
Yeah, what's Sonny got going behind the bar?
I'm a big fan of Bloody Marys.
She does beautiful Bloody Mary, but I think she's into the martini thing.
Oh, wow. Very sophisticated.
I'm a big fan of Sazeracs, too. Yeah. I'm good for one right before dinner, because if you have two, you're not nearly as attractive as they could.
Oh, wow.
I can promise you that.
10 feet tall and bulletproof, etc.
That's right.
Well, guys, thanks a bunch, and it sounds like it's going to be a whole lot of fun.